Welcome to day 15 of the CrossFit Liverpool handstand challenge. And welcome to halfway point. So hopefully you're starting to see a little bit more confidence with your handstands. What we're going to do today is work on your accountability set, which is going to be 10 minutes of seeing how long you can hold in a freestanding handstand. For your warm-up now to start off with, we're going to put those little pieces together that we're starting to be working on. So for me, I'm going to do 5 reps of PNF stretch. Now we did this yesterday. So a bit of a reminder, remember your PNF is going to be 3 seconds just pushing into the bench and then breathe out for 3 seconds trying to get a little bit further. 3 seconds pushing into the bench, 3 seconds trying to get yourself a little bit further. So I'll do 5 of those. Wrist rocks, 10 forwards, 10 backwards, and then loaded hamstring mobility in your straddle stretch. And we're going to do 10 reps of those as well. Today I'm just going to do it twice through. For the buy-in, we're going to focus on 3 movements again. Nothing really new, but like I say, you're going to be doing 2 rounds of 3 movements, all involving kind of like your shoulders and grip. So you might want to take a little bit of break in between each exercise. So we're going to do 20 seconds of frog stands. We're going to do 10 pike scapular push-ups, and then we're going to do 5 reps of straddle ups into a lower. So remember, with the straddle ups, we're not going into a full handstand. We're just going to try and get your hips, your shoulders and your fingers in a nice straight line. For the frog stand, you can start to work towards a more advanced frog stand if you want to, which would just mean that bringing your knees a little bit away from your chest. So your regular frog stand, take those sunglasses off outside, into your tripod position, same as we did the other day. Once you've brought your heels off, then just bringing your knees together and trying to come to 90 degrees. Personally, one of the reasons that I like the advanced frog stand is it gets you to feel kind of like your core. It's a little bit harder on the core than doing a normal handstand where you're stacked in a straight line, just because that knee bend pulls your weight a little bit more towards your hands. So obviously, again, you've got to use your hands a little bit more to kind of like control that position. The thing that it doesn't teach us that we're getting a handstand is your nice posture, but we'll work towards that a little bit later on. Again, like I said the other days, I wouldn't do that up against the wall. Just make sure you've got a nice bit of space around you in case you need to forward roll to get out of it. Again, if you are feeling like you're going to fall out of it, get into that nice tight ball that we do in a forwards roll, or just stick with the regular frog stand with your knees on your elbows. We're going to go back to what we did a few days ago, which is spend 10 minutes trying to accumulate as long as you can in a handstand. So remember, my goal is to try and beat 53 seconds. If I can, brilliant. If I can't, it doesn't really matter. What we're going to look at is that trend of trying to kind of like increase the density over time. Just to cover my own back to start off with, we said 1 step forward is going to be 1 burpee. 2 steps forward or more is going to be 3 burpees. The idea in this is, so as CrossFitters, we're very comfortable going into handstand walks, but we tend to use the handstand walk as a way of kind of controlling the handstand rather than learning to use the fingers and the core. If you do need to bail because you're overbalancing, a pirouette is a perfectly safe way of doing that. So it's if we kind of like, if we go step and then rotate out a bit to come down to the sides, we're not going to count that as a fail. Mainly because it means I have to do less burpees. So 1 step forwards into a stumble, 1 burpee, 2 steps or more forward into a handstand walk is going to be 3 burpees. So you're looking at 2 scores. When we say the counts, just count Mississippi. So it's just 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to use this board down here just to accumulate every 10 seconds. I'll just make a mark on the board so that I know where I'm getting to. Again, for me, because I've got a few light fittings around, because I'm going to do it inside today, I'm just going to put a mark on the floor so I know where I'm going to kick it up to each time. So lastly, for your workout, we're going to focus on wall flutter kicks. So let's see if we can increase the number that you're doing. So we'll do between kind of like 10 to 20. Again, you're looking for that balance. So remember, at some point we want to try and see that both legs are off the wall at one time. The closer you are into the wall, the more it's going to feel like you're weightless, but the more you're going to feel like you're toppling forwards. The further away from the wall you are, the more confidence it's going to give you. After we've done each set of flutter kicks off the wall, we're going to do a 30-second hollow hold. We're going to do that 3 times through. One of the goals of these guys is not just to feel your balance and get your confidence with a bit of support, but it's also to increase the amount of time you're spending in a handstand.
Whee!